Hey there, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you guys so much for chiming in during my last video. Your comments just made my day. It makes me super happy to know that you're gleaning some information or maybe some inspiration from the things that I put on the YouTubes, as my mama calls them. Today we're going to finish up the tags that we started on Monday. I did do a few tags that I didn't record. So we'll kind of pick these up. I think I ended up with 10. I'm not really sure. I used this flow journal. I have this type of flow journal in my shop now for $20. And you have a 20% off coupon that you can use upon checkout. You just enter SAVE 20, save 20, and you get 20% off. So it's a great time to purchase something over at my Etsy store. I am running the sale through tomorrow. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday sale. This is what I ended up with. And I like the way that they turned out, especially since it was just kind of sort of off the cuff. And that's kind of just the way that we create over here. I like doing things on the fly and off the cuff. I'm not very structured. I have always been like a structured worker. I find that in my art, I'm not very structured. It's a refreshing change from, from worky stuff. Laurie B sent me these awesome distress crayons. And I think we're going to finish up these tags using distress crayons as well as these awesome distress markers. Typically when we get to this point, we would finish these with an ink pad or something, but I'm not going to finish them with an ink pad. I also have just these scraps that I had left over from this little creative moment that we had here. I think I should have put this on one of these tags, so we'll leave that up there. I'll get out a glue stick and we might have to stick that baby on that tag. I wanted to just sort of think about, some little pen work things that I could do. My favorite pen is just a black ink pen, something like this. This is just a round stick ink pen. So let's get started. Because these were put together using Mod Podge, I'm hoping that if I use these distress crayons just to kind of edge this out, that I'll be able to smudge the outlines here. So that's kind of what I'm going to start with. I'll just kind of do that. This works a whole lot better for me than an ink pad. I do not know what it is about an ink pad, but I've never been very good with them. I tend to make a really giant mess. I'm not a very good stamper. My friend Judy is an awesome stamper. She makes the most incredible cards I've ever seen in my life, and she uses stamping, and it's just super beautiful. Me, not so much. Can make a huge mess. I love these distress crayons. Now, did you see that I can just take my finger and kind of give these a little bit of that super neato distress look that we like so much. And then I think I'm going to take my pen and, kind of go back with this little outline that I had here and just maybe do just a few things. I think right here, I'm going to just do a circle, line, circle, line, circle, circle. I like that. I'm going to put a circle up here and also one here. And I want to let's use this color of distress marker. I like these distress markers. They have a fine tip and a brush tip. I think for this, I might just use that fine tip up there. And I'm kind of hoping it will sort of match the moth that I have going on up here. You can tell how really unplanned and rustic this looks, which is kind of my favorite concept to work with, is just something that is rustic. And I like things that look abandoned. I don't want to, I mean, not exactly trashy, but upscale trashy. That's what it is, upscale trashy. That's the look I like. All right, so that took like no time at all, which was super nice. I think I had this piano thing like that. I want to go ahead and grab my glue stick and put that on there. I totally thought I did that last night, but I guess not when I started finishing these up. This was such a fun process, and I want to continue doing some bookmarks. I think they make really super nice gifts, and for gift giving this year is going to be handmade, handcrafted, hand done. I'm hoping that Chris will get back into his baking. He was baking last year, and we made macaroons for the neighbors, and then he just kind of stopped baking. But, you know, things travel in phases, don't they? So you never know. He may start that again. He was baking so much that my belly couldn't keep up. But I have to tell you, my favorite thing that he made, the macaroons were amazing. He makes it starts with a B. Not baklava. I can't remember. I'll put it in the description box if it comes to me. Gosh, I can't remember what that's called. Anyway, the first thing he ever made was a white layer cake with buttercream icing. I tell you, that was one of the best things that I believe I've ever had in my whole life. All right, I'm looking kind of at my little template here, and I'm thinking, what would look nice? And I think I'm gonna do just right here. This space is just really calling to me, so I think I'm just gonna do some faux stitchery right here, because that's always fun. And it's a little bit easier than taking it to a sewing machine and trying to go that route. Now we could have done this with, probably could have done this with a white pen, and that might be something for me to think of in the future. Or with, you know, or with a fine tip Sharpie. Let me see what I have over here. Hey, I have a Stabilo fine tip. The trick is, when you used the Mod Podge, you know, you created kind of this a slick-ish surface. And I could see that my ink pen was not wanting to cooperate on that surface. So luckily I had this just laying in my pen bag over here. I always keep my pen bag out. You never know when you might need a pen. I'll show it to you. This is my pen bag, and this is always on my desk. It has markers, it has colored ink pens, it has a Sharpie, my favorite thing in the whole wide world, some highlighters, my letter opener. It's like my go-to. If it weren't there, I would have a very confusing day. Also, I kind of want to highlight this. I'm going to use the brush part to just sort of scoochy on some color there. There we go. That's a technical term. We're going to scoochy on some color. I was really happy to be able to use some of my vintage readers. I remember when I was in the first grade, actually learning to read. That process is still in my head. That memory was so vivid of being able to decipher the ABCs in the reader and know they were words. It's probably my first grade teacher, Mrs. Cox, as well as my second grade teacher, Ms. Madrid, who was a huge influence on me in my subsequent careers. Really set me on a path of being a reader, still a reader. Honestly, if I had nothing to do, I can't imagine my life having nothing to do, but you never know, because we have a very busy life here. That I think it would be awesome to just read books. I could read and review books. That's exactly what I would love to do. All right, I think we're done with that one. I don't really feel like it needs any pen work on it. I kind of just like it the way it is. And we've got this one here. I feel something down here. And for some reason or another, I'm feeling like a squiggly line. Like something like that. I don't really know why. I like this, but I always have. It's been one of my doodles for as long as I remember. I like that. I am gonna... So we've been using this color. I don't have a yellow distress marker. I also don't have a yellow, I don't have a yellow distress crayon. I also don't have a yellow distress marker. So I reckon we're just going to have to stick with this. This is going to make an interesting piece on my little desk pad here, isn't it? We'll have to make that into some sort of journal or commonplace. The cover for a commonplace would be kind of cool. A commonplace book is a catch-all. I learned a new word for catch-all or general just collection of written stuff is a zibaldoni, and I learned that from Shannon Green. Usually I have a link to Shannon's Facebook, not Facebook, but YouTube in the description box below, so you can check that out. I think I'll make myself a zibaldoni, especially because it originated in the area of Venice and was kind of a creation of Venice merchants, which I had the super cool opportunity to go to Venice in 2018. Went to Italy with my sister. It was an experience. Okay, well, I'm really liking the distress marker on the edge of this one. That turned out pretty, didn't it? I can't decide what to do about the ties up here, whether to leave them like this or do something different with them. I like that so much that I think I'm just gonna, maybe we'll do a double thing here. I'd love to know what you guys are creating for Christmas, you know, whether you are doing some handmade things, or, you know, are you a person who likes to shop? I don't like to shop. My dad liked to shop when he was feeling better. That was like one of his things. He liked to go shopping. He was always shopped for us on Christmas Eve in Uptown Charlotte. Never knew what he might bring home. He really liked to get into the crowds and mix it up, and that's a sweet memory. Okay, let's do the brush end again. I think I'm just going to color that in. Pen work? Nah, think not. This one says Fundamental. I like using this color distress marker. This is called Broken China, and it kind of mimics the blue that I have going on here. And I think we'll use the brush side again. Chris just came in and he's humming. You know what? I wonder what that would... Hey, look at that. That really made that stand out. I like that. All right, let's, do we want to do pen work? For some reason or another, I'm feeling circles. So we're just going to put a circle here and one right here. I'm going to color that in with this blue. I think we'll call that one done. This one says Botanical. Got some green going on. Don't have... I wonder what color. This says it is Cracked Pistachio. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, okay. We can do that. It does look like a pistachio. It's very green. Okay, that turned out well. Let's see if we can smoosh that down a little bit. I probably should be using a something like this, since I'm getting it all over my hands. I'm not feeling any pen work there. Man, I like that color. Let's do more of that. And we've got that pretty blue up there, but the bird on this one is green. Pretty. No, see, it just works better with my finger because I can really get that smudging in there exactly the way I want it. Let's do this. This was the closest thing that I had to like a green. Let me take that line up there and just give it a little more structure. Because we have these numbers, there's a number here. I'm not quite feeling pen work. Go with your gut, right? Go with your gut. Do what your gut says do. I'm going to go with some black here. The black Distress Crayon. And I think I'll use it on this one as well. That looks really nice. I like that. I hope it smudges out good. Oh yeah. Almost looks like a charcoal. When I was a little girl, I used to watch my uncle draw. He was an incredible artist, and he would smudge his stuff. You know, even when he was doing just a pencil drawing, he would take his finger and, you know, give it some depth and texture, but just smudging over it. Kind of like that one, just like it is. And our last one is of the mama taking an apple pie out of the oven. It's about pie season. I just made a post for the farm about strawberry pies and pumpkin pies and blackberry pies, which we sell, either grow or sell those things at the farm. We're in our off season now, but farms work all the time. Our farmer is still working, just does so much, and our friends are working. Most of our workers have returned home for this summer, but our workers have been with us for 15 years, 20 years. It's nice to see them every year. I'm thinking about something right there. Let's do this. See? It's too smudgy right there. There's my pen. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys I'm watching a really great series on Netflix. It's called The Baker Street Irregulars, or The Irregulars. Oh my, if you like Enola Holmes, or if you like Sherlock Holmes, or if you like Victorian London, you are going to eat this up. It is so good. I love it. It's so fun to find something clean and not languagey to watch. I find that I've really gotten to where I just don't like that. I don't like a potty mouth. I don't know what that is, because I have been known to be a potty mouth in my life, you know, certain times. But I just don't like it anymore. My head doesn't like it anymore. I don't like to listen to it. Okay, we're putting our distress crayons away. We didn't use the pink or the antique linen, so we might use those with a different project. And I'm still uncertain about, y'all chime in and say yay or nay on the, you know, should I take these off and maybe replace them with, I don't know, some like different fiber or twine or baker's twine, or let me know what you think. Let's just take a quick look. That one's pretty, isn't it? With its little, that would be very Christmassy to send to someone. There we go. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Thanks for talking. Thanks for chiming in. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.